Guys, what is up? This is Around the World Sports, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I know it's Thursday, and I know that Thursday is draft day sports day based on my new schedule and what we did last week. But I wanted to try something a little different. So I am going to do 2 football videos a week. That's the intention. But I think what I want to do is I want to try some front office football. It's been a while since I've played this game. Loaded it up for the first time in a few years. And we are going to run a playthrough with the Las Vegas Raiders. And so we're still going to do draft day sports, but the goal is to do 1 video of each a week and kind of see where that takes us. I'm going to move my mic back a little bit and see where that takes us. So this is going to be episode 1 of the Raiders. And if I'm feeling feisty, I might still give you another football video when I'm done with this. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So there's a ton in this game, and there's stuff that I'm not gonna remember. There's stuff that I'm not even gonna know about. I am not interested necessarily in. You can set up the offensive. You can set up the play calls. I'm comfortable leaving the play calls the way they are. So this is going to be more of a team playthrough. A team rebuild, I guess. Maybe if I'm feeling comfortable with how the game works, I'll start to get more into the actual offensive and defensive calling, like creating the playbooks, but I don't know that I necessarily want to do that right now. So let's just start at the beginning and look at all of the various stuff. So we'll start up at the top here, and we have the roster window, which I've already opened, and the roster window is broken down into a few different screens. You have the standard view, which has got basic information about the player: height, weight, experience, birthday, when they were drafted, college, position, etc., etc. Their contracts, the cap cost, and how much we save if we cut them. So Derek Carr, for example, has got a cap hit of $21.5 million. If we cut him, we save $18.5 million. So that's something to think about. And just up and down the list, Trent Brown is making 21. If we cut him, we save 20, etc., etc. Personality view. You've got their personality traits: leadership, intelligence, loyalty. Are they playing to win? Their personality, and the fan popularity. Scout overview, and this is where we'll spend a lot of our time because this has how good the player is. It's got, again, position, their experience, what our scout thinks their current estimate is along with their future, and how long their contract is. The injury report, right now nobody's injured, and the attitude advisory, which is, are they content? Are they unhappy? Are they happy? I don't know what notable means. Let's take a look. Oh, his character, he's got a red flag character, so I assume that's not good. What about M? M. Doesn't really say. Affinity with Nelson Aguilar. Oh, and he's a mentor. Okay, so Aguilar's a mentor, and Derek Carr. Okay, so that's what the M must mean, is that they're mentors. And then chemistry with, I'm assuming, the players around them. Yeah, Jonathan Hankins. Yeah, so it's with the players around them. So that's what we get out of the roster window, and we're gonna come back here in a second. We've got the trade window, which is exactly what it is. It shows you how far under the cap they are, their top 3 needs. I think if we do that and then recommend. Oh, scouting recommendations allows us to search for types of players. Okay, that's cool. So if we add these guys to the trade. Okay, so we can just shop them. That's good. That is good. Again, it's been a long time since I've played, so just, again, bear with me here. So we can shop a player if we need to. Cool. We have the simulation window, which just allows us to sim week over week, which we're not there yet, but it allows us to simulate. And then we've got the email. Right now it's telling us our training camp instructions are to construct the offensive playbook and pick up free agents, but I don't know where there are free agents available. Actually, yes, I do. They're right here. So are there any, based on our scouts, it looks like all kickers and punters. A couple of good they got a nose tackle and a right tackle that look to both be pretty good. Where do we stand on the front four and as a tackle? So we don't have any good. Our tackle position is really bad. Trent Brown is our best. Sam Young is just awful. So, and then a nose tackle. So we don't need a nose tackle because we're playing a 4-3, it appears. Left end, right end. Yes, we're playing a 4-3. So if we go back here to free agents, I think we definitely should make a move for Kendrick Bloomer. So how do we offer? If we go here, offer contract. He only wants 1 year at $610,000. Does it list? So let's offer him 2 years. If he refuses to sign more than a one, okay, so he wants bonus, fine. I'll give you a $15,000 signing bonus. How about that? $10,000 per season. Okay. Yes. All right, so he's going to accept that contract, and I think we're going to come in here and we're going to cut that lineman who was a 8. So if we go down to current estimate, Sam Young. We're going to release Sam Young. And cool. So that is our first free agent move. Is there anybody, how do we look at... Because we can send our players for weight training. Let's look at Trent Brown. If we did weight training... Okay, so really it just shows... Can we trim him down some? I don't know if that's going to make any difference, but... so let's just look at the roster really quick before we go forward. We'll just go position by position. So Derek Carr is our starter. And you can see you've got ratings over here. Not very good. The game does not like Derek Carr at all. Shows him to be a pretty below average quarterback across the board. Pretty good at the 2-minute offense, but decidedly below average at everything else other than accuracy. Our backups are Marcus Mariota, who's a bit better mentally, but still not a very good quarterback. And then Nathan Peterman, who still has some room for growth, and that's what you're seeing here. The red is where he is. The green is where he could potentially could be. So 3 quarterbacks, none of which are very good. Our running back, Josh Jacobs, he's probably our best offensive player. Very good across the board. Just can't return kicks, which is fine. But everything else, Josh Jacobs is pretty solid. Further bulking up will have no effect. All right, cool. So yeah, Josh Jacobs, our number 1 back. Theo Riddick is our number 2. Looks to be strictly an outside type runner. Looks like our good third down back, but doesn't have very good hands. So there's nothing really fantastic there. Jalen Richard and Devon, and I'm not going to go through the entire roster, but Jalen Richard and Devontae Booker are our other two. We have one tight end, Alec Ingold. Our tight end position is really solid with Waller, Foster Moreau, and Jason Witten. Obviously, Darren Waller is one of the best tight ends in football. Foster Moreau, a young kid who still has some room for growth. So we could run some really fun two tight end stuff, I think, with Waller and Moreau. Then we have Witten as a backup, and then Derek Carrier, who is our number 4 tight end at the moment behind Jason Witten. Some good wide receivers in Renfro and Ruggs, so at least our top 2 are pretty good. Nelson Aguilar as a nice third down option for us, so we've got some good weapons. We just have to get a quarterback around them. Our offensive line is not all that great. Ernest Nichols, our rookie, will likely be our starter. Pretty good blocker, not very strong. Richie Incognito will start at left guard. Our right guard, Gabe Jackson, and then Trent Brown is likely the starter at right tackle, although if Bloomer is actually this good, he will eventually be the starter and Trent Brown will get cut. Defensively, Arden Key, our main left end, good run defense. Good against the run. Cleland Farrell, 23-year-old in his second season, still has some room for growth, but looks to be a pretty good pass rusher from the right end, or at least potentially. Trimming down, he's below average for this position. Let's bulk up for Cleland Farrell. Go back and look at Arden Key and see if there's anything we need to do here. He needs to bulk up as well. We also have Max Crosby, who's in his second season. Okay, not very good. But again, I mean, I'm only comparing it to these ratings here. I'm not comparing them to other players because I haven't seen other players, so I don't really know. But his ideal fit is as a weak side linebacker. Okay. Malik Collins, 3 technique defensive tackle. Looks to be pretty solid on the inside. Okay. Linebackers, Raekwon McMillan, Nick Kwiatkowski. McMillan, his ideal fit is a 3-4. His ideal fit is a 3-4. Corey Littleton, outside linebacker on a 4-3. Vic Beasley, 4-3. Okay, so we have a mixture of 3-4 and 4-3 linebackers, so we'll have to make do with that. Our cornerback position, Trayvon Mullen is our number 1. Really nice there, both zone defense, bump and run. Not great at man-to-man. Okay, so he's fine the way he is. But looks to be a pretty solid option. Our number 2, Nevin Lawson. Ooh, he's bad. He's good in man-to-man, but bad in pretty much everything else. Isaiah Johnson is a kid. We don't need to do anything with him. He's not a kid. He's 24, but he's got some room to develop. LaMarcus Joyner is kind of the leader in our secondary. Good in the zone. Yeah, so really, we don't have a lot on the defensive side. Offensively, I think we look pretty good. Our quarterback situation is not fantastic, but we look pretty good defensively, or look pretty good offensively. Um, and we need some talent on the back end. Um, do we want to make any more changes from a weight training perspective? Really, I'm looking at my young players to see if they need to bulk up at all. Yeah, he's fine. Did I want to do anything here? Jacobs is fine. What about Henry Ruggs? Yeah, he's my deep threat. Looking forward to running some flies with him. Let's see how he does. A 4.40. Bulking up will have no effect. Okay, so he's fine where he is then. All right. I don't think I want to make any other changes to that. What do we have here? Okay, these are their ratings for the various for the various. It basically is this. It's this, but the actual in-game attributes, and they're all listed together, so you can get a feel for who's the best at, um, breaking tackles, or who's the best third down back, or who, whatever. So, cool. All right, so that's that. Let's see. We have 60 players under contract, 13 are inactive, 47 are active. We are going to have to make people inactive for, obviously, 4 games, because we can't have 90 players active or whatever. All right, so let's begin. Actually, let's go back here. So let's look at some of the other stuff. So a lot of the stuff here isn't highlighted because we don't have season. We don't have anything. We don't have anything to scout yet. What's Soul Vision? No tapes available. Okay, so this probably allows us to watch video on our opposition. Planning, playbook. You have the option to have your coaches handle your offensive playbook. Changes you make will be reset during training camp unless you turn off this option. Okay. Does it tell you who is running the ball, though? That is my question. What is guided play? So I guess this tells us I don't want to use a fullback. I'd rather run 2 tight ends and 2 running backs. I don't want to scramble with the QB all that much. We are going to be a heavy run team, but I'd rather move it up a little bit. Let's move that up a tiny bit. Do that. Let's confirm. And reset the playbook. Okay. So I don't know how this is going to work. We'll see. But you have a good combination of runs and passes in here. Put in 100 plays. Cool. So that's fine. So let's close the window. Let's begin training camp. Use the game plan and depth chart menu options to plan for your next game. Your roster is limited to 60 players, 46 active. Okay. So reports, look at our staff report. These are all people that are hired. So here are our staffs. here staffs. Our staff: John Gruden, Paul Gunther, AJ Nebel, Greg Olson is our offensive coordinator. Okay, ages, salaries, good to know. Offensive personnel: you have the option to let your coaches handle the depth chart. I want to handle my depth chart. So Miller, Simpson, Nichols, Jackson, Bloomer. Our third down back is not going to be. I think it's going to be Booker. If we lock it, that should lock it in place. All right, so this is 4 wide receivers and 1 running back. Aguilar, Ruggs, Renfro is the Z. The Z is the flanker. The slot receiver is V. Well, I guess if you got 4 wide receivers, you don't have a slot, so that makes sense. So that's fine. Waller is the tight end in my 1 tight end sets. Aguilar, Waller, Renfro, Ruggs in the 4 wide receiver. Okay. 1-2-2. Aguilar, Waller, Moreau. Yep, 203. It will add. Okay, so that's 2 wide receivers, or 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. No, this is the 2-2-1. So this is 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, and a fullback, which I almost am never going to want to use. I have a feeling this. No. I want one wide receiver, 2 tight ends, and so it's the 2-2-1, right? No, this one. No, I want 2 wide receivers. This is the one, the 1-2-2. This is the one I'm going to use more than anything, I think. So it'll have Aguilar, Renfro. Yeah, and then when we go to 3 wide receivers, that adds. So in a 2-2-1. Okay, so this looks like this is going to be our most common set. It goes to Ruggs when we add a 3rd wide receiver, or if we only have 1 wide receiver out there. I don't know why it's making, from a fatigue perspective, maybe? It's the only thing I can think of. This is a running back who replaces the halfback in all packages on 3rd and 4th. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, okay, so endurance. That's the issue. Is that if I have Jacobs in too many sets, he'll get tired. All right, so that's fine offensively. Let's look at our defensive personnel. Let's move this over so we can look at our defense. All right, so okay, so it just has the different sets. And it looks like we are a 4-3. What is UT? Shouldn't it just be 2 nose tackles? Collins and Hankins on the inside. So Collins and Jonathan Hankins. Look at. Yeah, you want to look at that. So Collins and Hankins. Okay, that's fine. Key and Crosby. Yeah, those were my 2 ends, right? Arden Key and Clellan Ferrell. I want Ferrell out there as my right end. Okay, and that's why, right there. Because it's an extreme concern for his fatigue. All right, so all right, I guess we go back to Crosby then. That's fair enough. Robertson, small concern. Oh, well, it is what it is. I'm not concerned about small concern about fatigue. He can deal with it. doesn't have Nick Kwiatkowski out there as a 46. We have Raekwon McMillan, who's really going to be our main, right? Because it's a 4-3, so we're only going to have one middle linebacker out there. So it's going to be Raekwon McMillan, and then Kwiatkowski will be the backup. Beasley and Littleton should be weak side, strong side. Beasley, Littleton. Beasley. Oh, this adds a nickel back. This is okay. So this is two linebackers. Got it. Okay. Okay. All right. So that looks fine too. Playbook we've already talked about. 142 pass plays, 56 run plays. That's fine. Offensive game plan. What can we do here? Okay, so this adds the actual plays. I'm not dealing with any of this right now. That's far too much for me. So let's go ahead and sim through some preseason. I think I'm gonna play the first game of the year. I don't have any idea how it's gonna work out, but we're gonna play it. So let's see. Let's sim through next week. Simulate exhibition games. Just going to sim the entire preseason. Should I not have done that? All right. So, okay. So we simmed through all of the preseason. Do we have any? Let's see. What do we want to look at? Let's look at the mail. We get any interesting mail? Injury report. Hunter Renfrow is 100%. Joyner is probable. Aguilar is questionable. Kwiatkowski is questionable, and Trayvon Mullen is out for 5 weeks. Locker room report, everybody's fine. Depth chart report, yeah, I'm concerned about starting quarterback too, and they're concerned about our entire offensive line. Okay, that's fair. Our offensive line's not very good. Incognito got worse. Kendrick Bloomer still looks to be pretty good. But yeah, our offensive line is rough. Our offensive line is rough for sure. Hopefully we can manage here. Kwiatkowski's out for how long? Sprained knee, 2 weeks. So he's full strength in 2 weeks. And then we had Aguilar, who is out with a sprained knee. He's going to be at full strength in 2 weeks as well, but we'll let him play through it. Trayvon Mullen is out, right? Yeah, he's got seasonal rust, significant seasonal rust. He's only out for 5 weeks, so he's not going on the injured list or anything. And then Joyner he'll be fine in a week. All right. So I guess let's save real quick. And let's see, is there anything else we need to do? I don't think there is. Let's play a game. I don't want to simulate. I want to play. Where is my game? Right here. So what do I have to do to play this game? I told you guys, it's been a long time since I've done this. So it thinks we have the better quarterback. We have the better receiver. Okay, so it thinks we're the better team. That's good. Let's close the window. Game day. I don't want to sim. I want to play. That wasn't very intuitive, but I figured it out. So here we are. All right, we are in the game. We are taking on the Carolina Panthers. We won the toss, and we elected to receive, I guess. So we'll go normal kickoff. All right, so it's our ball on the 17-yard line. All right, so this is good that it tells you who ideally is going to get the ball, and it shows you the type of run. Let's speed up the gameplay. So it's 1st and 10 on the 18. We're going to start with a run to Jacobs. Still not fast enough. picks up 2 yards. All right, so 2nd and 8. Let's run a... I want to run the 1-2-2, but I'd like to... Okay, so I think if I want to be able to call a 1-2-2 pretty regularly, then I'm going to have to take control of the actual play calls that are in here. So this is 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. So this is 2 running backs, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and then so 1-2-2, but that's a pass. Let's run a counter with Jacobs this time. 10-yard gain. Very nice. All right. So now 1-2-2. That's another one. We'll run this time with Riddick with 2 tight ends. 9 yards. Nice. All right. So they want to run it here. So I can either have the coach call the play or I can do it myself. Why would I? So we go 4 deep and then, or 4 wide receivers and then, all right, let's just do that. Let's run it with Jacobs and pick up the first down. Lost 4 yards. Wow. Okay. So 3rd and 5. So here we go with the 2-2-1. 2 tight ends. We're going to do that because I want to run with the 2 tight ends. Whoa, 49 yards for Hunter Renfrow. We are down to the 16-yard line. See, here we have 2 running backs, 3 tight ends. Pass to Waller. I like that. 8 yards, down to the 8. Let's give the ball to... So this, I think the color, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the color means that there's some sort of recognition with the play, if I remember correctly. But we're going to give the ball to Jacobs here. 3-yard gain, 1st and goal on the 5. I don't want to call, I don't want to run. It's pro pass. So that's 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a tight end. Let's try that. Ingles picks up 3, or picks up 2. So 2nd and goal now on the 3. We're going to run it with Jacobs, see if we can get in. Touchdown. Very nice. So good opening drive for us. Let's kick the extra point. Cool. So let's kick off. All right, so offensive personnel is in a 1-1-3, so we're going to run Tampa 2. Teddy Bridgewater picks up 7. 2nd and 3, press 2, blitz 1. Okay. Vic Beasley got pressure on Bridgewater there, so 3rd and 3 now. I guess that's the play we're going to call because it's the only option we have. So can we change? I don't think we can change. I wish we could change the play call here. Guess we're running a cover 1. 8 pick up 7. Yeah, we're getting a handful of defensive plays here, but so that this is something we may look at as I get more comfortable with the game, because I'm only being given the option of calling a couple of plays at a time here. All right, so I guess we're going to stick in the press 2 blitz 1. pick up another first down. So that's the second time we've had him down to third down and haven't been able to stop them on third down. So we're going to double team their best player, and McCaffrey picks up 16. They lose a yard there, so now they're in a 1-1-3. Let's go Tampa 2. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now. My guess is they're just going to give it to McCaffrey. Oh, no. Okay, so 4th down. We're able to stop them finally. And we will fake. We'll look for the fake kick. They make the field goal, so it's 7-3. All right. So now we have a large selection of plays to choose from on first down. And so if the Pistols, 3 wide receivers two wide receivers to the right, a tight end to the right, a wide receiver to the left, and Carr in the pistol. That looks like a fun play. Let's try that. Darren Waller picks up 20. That's a good start there. This is Aguilar in the slot. Drops a catchable pass. Pro run. All right, we're going to give the ball to Jacobs here on 2nd and long. All right, so 3rd and 7. Go with the 2-2-1. I think we do. 2 tight ends with Renfro. Where do we go? You know what? I think I like that one. With the 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Looking for Ruggs on the comeback. He drops defensive holding. We will accept that and pick up the first down. And now we are going, what are we going to do now? 1st and 10 on the 47. Let's give the ball to Devontae Booker. 13 yards. All right. 1st and 10 now on the 34. We're going to run 2-2-1. This got us 49 yards last time. Let's see how it runs here. Tips the pass away. All right, 2nd and 10. I don't want to throw the ball to Ingold. Weak pass. Ruggs. Let's try this one to Aguilar. 30-yard catch for Nelson Aguilar. Gets the ball down to the 4. And we are going to hand it off to Jacobs and see if he can power his way in for another touchdown. He does. So 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter for Jacobs. Gives us a 13-3 lead. Make it 14-3. So I would like to have more defensive play calling, so that might be something we look at for the next game we play, which probably won't be until either the beginning of next season or postseason. But I thought this might be fun to just kind of check this out and see what the gameplay looks like. So let's see how we do here. 8-yard carry on first down. Cover 1, blitz 1 is the only play we can call. So 3rd and 1. First quarter's over. So 109 passing yards, 43 rushing yards, 14 points in the first quarter. 4-yard gain there. So they have 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. We're gonna go with that. Press 2, blitz 1. Catch is made. So again, here they have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. So press 1. I can't stop them defensively, though. That's not to be surprised. We aren't a very good defensive team. So first down. We can't stop the run here, folks. 3rd and 1. -1 on the catch. Nice play by Raekwon McMillan in the backfield. So we are going to look for the fake kick again. They get another field goal. So we've had 2 touchdowns. They've had 2 field goals. We are up 14-6. Let's give the ball to Riddick. Let's get him a run here. Ooh, a 6-yard loss. That's not going to get it done. Do we want to run a reverse? No. We're going to run this to Renfro. So it's 3rd and 16. So we are just going to go out of the pistol, and we'll throw the ball to Ruggs. Sack. Okay, so at least we recovered the sack, or recovered the fumble. So let's punt. That was not a good drive. So now we have to try to stop them defensively. Offensive holding, we will accept that. Make it 1st and 20. Two-yard gain, 2nd and 18. 3rd and 14 on their own 46. And Daryl Worley comes in from the corner for the sack. That's our first sack of the year. All right. Jacobs. Let's give the ball to Jacobs. Picks up 3. We're going to go 2 tight ends. Darren Waller makes the catch, moves the chains. We go to the weak side with Jacobs around the left. No gain there. All right. So we are on our own 39-yard line. Ruggs with a comeback route by the tight end. Yeah, that looks good. Waller makes another catch. Legal chop block. So we pick up the first down, but then moved back 15 yards. So 1st and 10 on the 45. We're going to go Jacobs around the right end. Picks up 3. We're on a counter play on 2nd and 7. He picks up 7. First down for Jacobs. 11 carries, 34 yards. What do we got here? Looks like Aguilar in the flat. Yeah, that looks good. Riddick picks up 2. So 2nd and 8 on the 43, 3:51 remaining. Let's run this to Renfro, which I believe is the corner route. I believe that's Renfro there. Oh, catch made by Ingold. No gain, though. All right, so 3rd and 8 on the 43. I'd like to pick up at least enough to be able to attempt a field goal. So we're on a screen to Jacobs. Let's see how this works. 4th and 8 on the 43. I feel like if I punt it, it's going to end up in the end zone. But I think it makes the most sense. Let's see if we can pin them deep. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. All right, so they get the ball 1st and 10. Incomplete pass. They get two wide receivers out there. We'll run that. 5-yard loss, 3rd and 15. And, all right, so we're going to get the ball back right at the 2-minute warning. All right, so we are at the 46-yard line with 1:58 left. And we can start with a run, I think. Let's start with a Booker run to the right. Lost a yard. Okay. Let's see if we can get this screen down to Jacobs. Nope. 3rd and 11. All right, well, this isn't working well. Let's run this. 3rd and 11. Ball falls incomplete. All right, so that was a pretty garbage drive, but that's fine. We'll punt, and it's in the end zone. All right, so cover 3. It was sack. Let's call timeout. Press 1. Let's call timeout. And let's see if we can. I mean, we'll have some time here. Yes, we have 30 seconds. Ball's on the 48. Let's try this. False start, of course. All right, let's try that. Defensive holding. Decline that. Do we know if the clock is running? Is there some way to tell if the clock is running? I don't believe there is. But we'll try this. All right, so we fumbled it out of bounds. All right, so cover 2. Let's just end the first half here. Let's decline the penalty. And that is the end of the first half. Can you look at stats from here? I don't believe you can. All right, well, let's just keep going then. Maybe you can. If you can, someone will have to tell me. All right, so they're in a 3 wide receiver set. We'll go to a cover 3. Still in a wide receiver three wide receiver sets. We'll stay in the cover 3. A 7-yard run for McCaffrey. And there is a first down. So we had a good first quarter, 14 points in the first quarter, but the second quarter things really stagnated for us. But it stagnated for them as well, so I'm not all that upset about it. All right, so 3rd and 10. And another incomplete pass. So let's punt return. All right, so 1st and 10 on the 33. So I think the red means that they are familiar with the play. And I think the blue, I don't know what the blue means. Someone will have to tell me. I mean, I suppose I can look it up. But let's try a counter to the left side with Jacobs. 8-yard gain. Good start there. Let's go to the right side this time with Jacobs. Picks up 2 and a first down. Pro pass, 2 tight ends, 1 out to the flank, 1 running a comeback. Sure, that looks like a fun play. 35 yards for Moreau. 37 total on that play. Very nice. All right, so we're going to give Devontae Booker a run around the left side here. Oh, they gave it to Jacobs. Okay. Well, he picks up 7 and a first down. We're going to run this one. 2 tight ends. 2nd and 3 on the 15. Ball is incomplete, and it is 3rd down and 3. We're going to call a hot play run because I think we can catch them off guard. Yep, picks up 5 and a first down. An intentional face mask on top of it, so we will take that as well. Yeah, I don't like the fact that these are the only 3 plays we can call on the goal line, so I'm going to have to sort of mess with this a little bit, but let's try this. Let's try a hot play pass. Let's see if that... There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so I guess that's... I don't know what that play is. We'll have to see if that's something we can change. But either way, it is Derek Carr's first touchdown pass of the year. A 2-yard pass to Hunter Renfrow. We are up 20-6. Make it 21 with the extra point. All right, so we're going to run a press 2. 10-yard gain. Midway through the 3rd quarter here, we're up 21-6. No gain there. keep calling the same play. So false start. I will accept that. Make it 2nd and 15. We'll go to the cover 3. 2-yard gain. Yeah, I'm going to have to see if there's some way, and I've said this like 4 times now. I'm going to have to see if there's some way to call. I mean, frankly, our pass defense has been great. Bridgewater's 7 of 17 for 50 yards. But, yeah, I'd like to just have some more flexibility. All right, so let's give the ball to Jacobs. He's got 15 carries, 56 yards. Having a pretty solid game here. He lost 4 on that play, though. Let's run a reverse with Hunter Renfrow. Let's see how this goes. 19 yards. Very nice. Caught him off guard. Let's go to the left side with Jacobs this time. 4-yard gain. Legal use of the hands. We will accept the penalty. I'm going to give it to Riddick this time. Nope, I'm going to give it to Jacobs, apparently, even though it said I was giving it to Riddick. This one, I like this, the kind of post route with Waller. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Let's try this. Let's try that. -1 yard catch for Waller, 4th and 9. We'll punt that away. Holding on the punt return. So they have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 9. And we will press and blitz. 2-yard gain. We'll press here. 2 more yards. So 3rd and 6 on the 13. 20-yard gain for Robbie Anderson. Penalty on us. Declined. Let's press again. 1-yard gain for Davis. I like that play. I like doubling their best wide receiver, pressing and blitzing. But they still made the catch. So Robbie Anderson, they get the ball at midfield now with a minute left in the 3rd quarter. 4-yard gain for Davis. Offsides on us, so it's 1st and 5 now. Loses a yard, so this should be the last play. 3rd quarter is now over. 2nd and 6. 3rd and 6. Can we stop them right here? Yep, 4th and 3. They're in the punt formation. We're going to look for the fake punt. Okay, it's in the end zone. All right, so let's give the ball to Devontae Booker here around the right side. 6-yard gain for Booker. Now we're going to give it to Jacobs. He's only averaging about 3 yards a carry. Picks up 8 there, though. So 1st and 10, ball on our own 34. Looks like Aguilar in the flat. Pass incomplete. Cars 14 of 23, 192 yards. What do we got here? This is a screen to Jacobs, which I like. And that pass is incomplete as well. All right, so 3rd and 10 now. I want to try to get the ball to Jacobs in the backfield. Zay Jones drops it, so 4th and 10. Really, I mean, I'm up 15. I should be running the ball and trying to run the clock out. But, all right, let's try this. 8-yard gain, so 2nd and 2 on the 14. We'll go with Tampa 2. Let's make them grind the ball down the field here. They got a long way to go. 2nd and 7 on the 24. 3rd and 5 on the 26, and we will blitz. Sack, Raekwon McMillan. Very nice. And let's just call regular punt return. All right, so I want to run the ball a little here. So Jacobs on the counter. Picks up 8. Go Riddick now. False start. A counterplay for Jacobs to the right side. No gain. And I like, this is kind of a fun play. I got three wide receivers going to the right, one to the left. Ball is incomplete. All right, so I got to punt it again. Fair catch at the 16. So we are still up by 15 points with 8 minutes left. So if they're going to score, we need to make these some long drives. So they pick up 18 on that one. 1st and 10 on the 34 with 8 minutes left. 3-yard loss. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 13 now on the 31. 15-yard catch. Ball was knocked out of his hands, and McCaffrey recovers the fumble at the 46. We're down to 6.5 left to go. Encroachment. So 1st and 5. 6-yard gain. They are on our 43 with under 6 minutes left to go. 5-yard gain. I don't mind the 5 and 6 yard plays. Let's just get that clock running. So we're down to 5 minutes left, 3rd and 2. 6-yard gain. We are now under 5 minutes. 6-yard play. 3rd and 4 with 4 minutes remaining. Make it 4th down. All right, so they're going to go for it here on 4th. We're going to run a cover 1 with a blitz 1. 14-yard gain. 1st and goal on the 9 with 3:46 remaining. 1-yard catch, but defensive holding, of course. So 3:39, 1st and goal on the 5. 2nd and goal on the 5. And there's the touchdown. All right. So 21-13, 3:22 left. Do they set up for the onside? Okay. So we need at least one 1st down here. That's really the goal. And they are keying, I'm assuming, on all of our runs here. So let's try a pass. It was incomplete. Shoot. All right. Let's run it. 1-yard gain. And we are going to run it here as well. Try to get them to at least burn a timeout. 9 yards. 1st down. Huge play there by Jacobs. Excellent. So we're going to run it again. Carolina called a timeout. That's fine. We're going to go weak side. Let's try that. Actually, that play might take a little bit longer to develop. Let's do this. No gain. All right. 2nd and 10 on the 34. Let's hand it off to Riddick. Carolina called a timeout. Around the left side. Lost 2 yards. So that gets us to the 2-minute warning. All right, so it's 3rd and 12. We're going to call a hot play run just because I want to. 2-yard gain. All right, that's fine, but it keeps the clock running. So we're going to punt it. And that was Carolina's final timeout. So they have, they're at their own 36 with 1:47 left. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And we pick up a sack. Clelin Ferrell with his 2nd sack of the game. Offensive holding. We will accept that. 2nd and 29 now. They're going the wrong direction. 5-yard play. And we will go cover 2, no blitz. 1 yard, 4th and 23. This is the ball game right here. And that will do it. So let's kneel down. And that is the ball game. We win 21-13. So what do we do from here? Time will expire. That's good there. Can we do anything here? I guess we just exit. Yep. All right. So can we look at the box score? All right. So we had 21 first downs. They had 19. We had 310 total yards. They had 258. They ran more plays than us. 33 carries for us. We ran for 122 yards. We passed for 188. We sacked them 4 times. They had 7 penalties, and they out-timed of possessioned us, but that's fine. So, yeah, our first 2 drives, 16 plays, 157 yards on our first two series. We had one more good drive, but then that was it. So Jacobs, 25 carries for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Booker, 3 carries. Riddick, 2. Carr and Zay Jones on the end around had a 19-yard run. Derek Carr, 14 of 27. Waller, 6 for 72, was targeted 9 times. Robbie Anderson, 9 for 77 for them. We fumbled twice. Defensively, Raekwon McMillan, 12 tackles and a sack. You like to see that. 2 sacks for Clellan and Farrell. McMillan also had 3 hurries. Vic Beasley, 2 hurries, 2 knockdowns. No picks, but pretty good defensively. Yeah, it's a pretty good defensive game for us. Excellent. All right. So I think that's going to do it here. I'm going to save this. And so next episode will be, we'll sim through some games here over the next episode. We'll probably be simming through a lot of the season, and we'll take a look at free agency and see what sorts of deals we can make to set us up for the future. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I stumbled through episode 1 like I normally do, but I will sort through it here over the next the next time I do it. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. It'll be a little bit better the time after that, and so on and so forth. Give me some feedback. Let me know if there's anything I'm doing wrong, or if there's something I could do differently. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.